Hello everybody, this is the last video that I'm going to be recording today. It is a Denki ex-listener called Electricity. It is by, once again, Hungry Otter on Wattpad because they're really good at writing fan fictions. So, let's get into it. A regular day at UA meant that there was going to be some sort of grueling trial, test, or training, and today was no different, of course. Aizawa began speaking, and you began to feel nervous. Sorry about my bird in the background. Today will be tough. You all need to try and just persevere through, and I don't want to deal with any complaining either, because all of you will be in pairs anyway. He told you all coldly. Alright, let's get to training. Yes, sir. The training that he was referring to was an obstacle course that covered the entire USJ building and all its different environments. Your pairings were made randomly, but luckily you were paired with Kaminari. Or maybe unlucky for you considering your huge crush on the yellow-haired boy. This might prove to be distracting. Hey Ryan, are you ready? Aizawa said we're starting by the landslide zone. Oh, yeah, I'm ready, he said, pushing your romantic feelings about the boy to the side. For now. Once you were at the landslide zone, you were struck with a great idea about how you two could utilize your respective quirks. Kaminari, I have a great plan. Oh, really? What is... But before he could ask his question, a loud boom could be heard throughout the building. Kaminari, I think that's our signal to start. Right. With that, you two ran quickly down the crumbling mountainside and headed for the shipwreck zone. Aizawa had positioned you all in different areas, so that way you could all basically run in a circle through the different zones. There was technically no winner in this training session, but you still wanted to do well anyway. Kaminari, when you use your quirk, doesn't the electricity go everywhere? You asked as you ran. Kaminari looked at you and nodded. It's pretty dangerous, Ryan. What are you getting at? I think if you shock me, I can become super strong because I store electricity. That's a facet to my quirk that Kaminari halted immediately. His face looked like it was twisted in pain. You stopped in your tracks. No, he yelled out, and you flinched back instinctively. You were surprised by his emotional outburst since he was usually so goofy and easygoing, and you wondered why he was so against your strategy. I'm not going to risk hurting you, Ryan. I just won't. We can win without having to do that. Please, I don't want to, he said, his voice taking on a softer, almost pleading tone. I'm sorry, Kaminari. I didn't think you would feel so strongly about my plan, he said quietly. But we should keep that option open anyway. We might not have a choice, you know. Alright, fine, he conceded, his eyes still swirling with worry. And of course, I would feel strong about that plan, Ryan. I like you too much to endanger you like that, Kaminari said, gazing at you with his wide and bright yellow eyes. You nearly fell backwards in surprise, while Kaminari just stared at you as if he was willing you to say something. Your face felt like it was emitting heat as you began to speak. I like you too, Kaminari, you whispered, and Kaminari leaned forward and gently rested his hand on your shoulder. It's okay, Ryan. We can finish this conversation later, he told you, and you nodded your head quickly, glad that this intimate moment wasn't going to be rushed. The entire run to the shipwreck zone was unsurprisingly spent in awkward silence. But once you spotted the sinking ship, you also saw 3 green robots guarding it. Pointing to them, you yelled, Kaminari, over there, robots! I see them. I'll take care of them, Ryan. You are already running towards the robot obstacles, though, sparks of white electricity starting to form around your body. Kaminari's quirk allowed him to shoot huge amounts of electricity from his body extremely quickly, but you were only able to create small bursts of electricity pretty slowly. It was easier to control those, so thankfully you weren't risking electrocuting Kaminari. All three of the robots surged forward, and you expelled a small amount of electricity towards them. One of them lost control and crashed into another one, but one still kept rushing towards you. Damn it, I won't be able to create enough electricity in time, you thought as you took a few quick steps back to try and avoid the annoying robot. Ryan, duck! Instinctively, you ducked down and placed your hands over your head, and Kaminari jumped over you and threw himself at the robot. Bright yellow electricity surged through the robot, and you felt the power of the attack go through you too. It looked at your legs and arms, and you could feel your body absorbing the sparks little by little. The robot fell to the ground looking completely fried and damaged beyond repair. But you, on the other hand, felt more powerful than you ever had before. Kaminari, your electricity, it's incredible, you said, already finished throwing up the huge influx of electrical energy. Kaminari walked over to you, his eyes full of concern. Are you sure you're alright? Do you have any limits when it comes to soaring up? Oh, well, yeah, I do. I'll probably collapse if I soar too much, you say it in as nonchalantly as possible. But Kaminari immediately paled and covered his mouth. But that's never happened. Well, it's only happened once. It's not that bad, Kaminari. I just don't want you to get hurt, Ryan, he said quietly, and you gave him a tiny smile. Without thinking, you reached over and caressed his cheek. His golden eyes widened at your touch, and you leaned forward to place a chaste kiss on his lips. They were surprisingly soft, but as much as you didn't want to, you pulled away quickly. You two were still in a UA training course, after all, and you didn't want to have a full-blown makeout session in the middle of the obstacle course. I'm fine, Kaminari. I'll always be fine as long as I'm with you. His usually pale face was now flushed, and his eyes looked over your face nervously until they gazed at your lips. Okay, Ryan, as long as you're safe, I won't mind lending you some electricity, Kaminari said, before softly kissing your lips again. When it was over, you nodded, excited that he finally agreed to use his quirk on you. Alright, let's go use our new combo move on some unsuspecting robots, he said, and Kaminari smiled and took your hand in his as you two ran off together to finish the obstacle course. Once again, I am so sorry about my bird in the background. She's being very loud today, and I don't know why. This is the last video that I'm recording today, so I hope you all enjoyed. It's going to be posted on Sunday. Yeah, that's all, because I need to do my homework and bake a cake. So I'll see you all next time. Bye!